let's get back to the markets now. Bring in Stephen Guilfoyle. He is president of Sarge986 LLC and a former member of our military. Sarge, always good to see you. Before we get to the markets, I just wanted to, you weren't expecting this question, but just wanted to ask your take on what you see happening in Afghanistan right now, and President Biden looks like he's going to stick to that deadline of getting all of our troops withdrawn from the area by August 31.
Well, I think the withdrawal has been very sloppy. To tell you the truth, if I'm the commander in chief and somebody tells me to get out by August 31st, I'm staying until December 31st. That's how I feel about it. And I have no problem going and getting Americans or allies who need our help. I have strong feelings about this, and if you let me go on a rant, it would be terrible for your ratings.
Okay, well, you can do that on Twitter, and people can certainly follow you and hear you there. Do you think that what we're seeing play out in Afghanistan right now will have any economic impact? Is it going to affect what's happening in the markets? I mean, so far it doesn't look like it is. We've got the NASDAQ and S&P both at record highs today.
Oh, actually, certainly. I've reinitiated long positions in Raytheon, Lockheed. I've added to General Dynamics and Kratos and Palantir, all basically because I think that the way we are exiting Afghanistan makes us look weak to our allies and to those who might depend on us going forward. It leaves the football, so to speak, for the next president to have to rebuild our credibility. And we're probably going to be dragged into something bigger and nastier because we are allowing ourselves to look like a paper tiger right now. So my feeling is that we're going to have to spend more on defense and probably have to stick up for somebody maybe when we don't really want to down the road because we didn't stick up for somebody here.
All right. So defense stocks, you're doubling down on those, and you make your case as to why. What are some other sectors? I know the last time we talked, you were big on the semiconductor stocks, particularly was it AMD or NVIDIA? Remind me.
It was both of them, and they're both
right.
performing. NVIDIA especially. The news out of China yesterday actually was a boon for semiconductor investors that they were going to let the ADI deal with Maxim go through. That looks good for NVIDIA trying to take over ARM Holdings, and that looks good for AMD and their run at Xilinx. So we're getting, and also there was that news with Intel yesterday where they're going to get a defense contract. So it's really. Right now, we're cresting a great wave here with the semiconductors. I also might want to tell you, I actually got out of CrowdStrike and Palo Alto this morning on this pop, and they were two of Jared's trenders there. So I thought that was kind of funny.
That is good. Why did you get out when you did?
You know what? I'm sitting on so much profit in those names and in Zscaler as well. I normally try to stay along the cybersecurity names. I normally get out of names incrementally, not in one shot. But I mean, I thought with so much risk, potentially looking forward into September, I wanted to get out now. If there is some kind of contraction in the markets over the rest of the week, I fully intend to get back into Zscaler and CrowdStrike ahead of earnings. CrowdStrike's next week, and I think Zscaler is still about a month away because I like all these names, and I want to be invested in cybersecurity. But you know, when you're a trader and you have profits, you have to bank them.
Right. So no regrets there for letting them go this morning.
No, not at all.
All right. Want to talk about the Fed and this Jackson Hole symposium that kicks off on Thursday. We're going to hear from Fed Chair Powell on Friday. What are your expectations for this? A lot of people are hoping we're going to get a little clarity on when the Fed's going to start pulling back that bond purchasing on a monthly basis. Do you think we're going to get it?
I think the market is pricing in December right now. So he's going to pass the football for September. I don't think anything's going to happen there. There's only downside risk to the marketplace if he does seem a little aggressive. So I think he's going to push it out to December. Don't forget, the Treasury is going to borrow less moving forward. So this actually plays well into keeping interest rates low. If the Fed does move ahead and taper into that environment, as long as the legislature passes the $1 trillion or so infrastructure bill, which is priced into the market, but does not pass the $3.5 trillion spending plan, which is not priced into the market.
All right. Stephen Guilfoyle, a.k.a. Sarge. Always good to see you. Glad to see you're doing well.